play a game.
They're here.
Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho.
When you're down here with me, you belong there.
Like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What is
Hey,
up,
Nick,
guys?
how old are
What?
you in that how old are you in that intro? Like 12 years old? You got like that baby face on there.
Baby face. That was maybe like
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Oh man, that was like when you were fresh 21 or what?
Yeah. What's
Sorry.
going on
What's
with
up,
this?
guys? Welcome to the Friday the 14th podcast. I'm one half of your host, Mr. Fuentes.
And I am the other one of the half hosts, the bad guy Nick H. You're probably scratching your head. What's this half? What doesn't there used to be 1/4, 1/3? Well, unfortunately, we had to break some bad news here. Mr. Manny Fresh is
Bad
stepping
guy.
down. What?
I said, no, bad guy. Don't give us bad news.
I am the bad guy, so it's only fitting that I give the bad news. I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Manny Fresh is stepping down. I know there probably should have been a post alerting the people. He should have probably come out himself instead, but yeah. Well, and also Franco's kind of real iffy. It's because it has to do with his job, though. He has a very tight schedule, what he can do, and I don't know if we do plan on recording an episode with them. Huh? very very tight schedule, if you know what you mean. But never say never. He might make appearances every once in a while, but
Hell yeah.
those two will be missed. Where should we go from there now? I feel like
love
kind
you,
of
brothers. You are still my brothers from other fathers, and I hope to still see y'all, and maybe y'all
so
come back to the
maybe
team.
come back.
I'm nothing without y'all. My heart is melted.
Yeah, Fuentes and I decided the show must go on. Maybe one day we can all reunite. With that being said, we are gonna review the movie that Manny Fresh suggested from last time's episode, The Faculty, that came out in 1998. I don't have the damn IMDb popped up. Did you want to check that up yourself, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I got it. So it was directed by Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez, he directed movies like El Mariachi, Sin City, Spy Kids 2,
Spy Kids.
Grindhouse. He's pretty. Oh, born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. So Texas born, Texas raised.
Texas.
Oh, sorry.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Hold on. Yeah. I mean, he's done some pretty good amount of anything from horror to yeah, he's been around. This is probably one of his more first films, I would assume. And so we have, I guess at the time, this movie's like so like in my head so old that like every person that was like in this movie was like someone that was up and coming, and then, or at least they thought were up and coming, and then I felt like I've never seen them ever again in any other movies, like besides little like spots here and there. But we got Jordana, yeah, Brewster, who played Delilah Prophet
from Fast and Furious.
Yeah, that's the last time I seen her was more recently. And then Clara DeVille, who I go read like the trivia, right? The trivia is like she plays Stokely. Clara DeVille is a lesbian who plays a heterosexual woman who's pretending to be a lesbian so that people will leave her alone. I was like, that's interesting.
Supposer.
Laura Harris, who plays Mary Beth Lewis Hutchinson. Josh Hardent, who plays Zeke Tyler. Sean Hatsey, who plays Stan. I don't want to try to butcher that last name. That's not real. Salma Hayek. How do you say her last name?
Salma Hayek?
She's a hot lady that we see in all the movies.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes. Who plays the nurse. We really don't. She wasn't really that important. Usher. This is his movie debut. In this movie. John Stewart's in it, who plays the professor. And Elijah Wood. I don't know why the hell is Elijah Wood at the bottom of this list. Like, was he just that much of an unknown at the time?
Unknown.
But yeah, I mean, to give a spoil-free synopsis, basically, kids all going to school. They start noticing some weird behaviors going on around the school, and they assume that there's some kind of, alien invasion happening, and they find out that it's true. And that's pretty much, I mean, that's the best I can really give without giving away any more than that.
I probably should have read the synopsis before going to the movie.
Actually, I wonder what the IMDb synopsis is.
I am the bad guy.
Oh, storyline. Sorry. On the Harrington High School in Ohio, the newcomer Mary Beth Lewis Hutchinson tries to befriend the outcast Stokes Michelle. The quarterback Stan Rando quits the football team and breaks off with his girlfriend Delilah Prophet, who is the editor of the school newspaper and head cheerleader. Zeke Tyler, who is repeating his senior year and sells drugs to the other students, has an argument with his teacher, Elizabeth Burke. When the bully Casey Connor finds a weird being when the bullied Casey Connor finds a weird being on the football field, he brings it to Professor Edward Furlong that finds. Oh, this is a whole storyline? Oh, Jesus Christ. No, it's not. Who finds the unknown specimen lives in the water and has abilities to replicate. Yeah, this is like a storyline. Hold on. Plot synopsis or plot summary? Oh, hell no. That's good enough. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on.
That's what's going on. That was the spoiler-free section of the segment.
Dude, I remember watching this when I was like young, like I think 98. So like I would have been like 9 years old when this came out. So somewhere around 9 or 10 years old when I watched this movie, and I saw boobs for the first time.
Boobs, shadow boobs.
Shadows of boobs, yeah. Or I was like, oh, those are some nice shadows.
I was trying to remember if I've ever seen this movie before. I don't know. I don't think I have. I know my older brother. He went to go see this at the movies when it came out.
Yeah, it was really funny to watch just in general. Wait, are we past the spoiler-free section?
I believe so. We're going to the spoiler warning. We warned you. Check it out. Ignore that Netflix part though.
It's the last
Pluto
23 years, then I'm sorry, we're gonna spoil it for you. But yeah, it's on Pluto TV. It's free on there. So what's super annoying about Pluto that I've noticed so far is, at least I couldn't find it. There's no search button, right?
Oh, I can't remember. I just know
I couldn't find a search button anywhere. I had to go to the horror section and go through every movie until I found The Faculty.
When Franco was trying to search for it, because I watched it with him before he stepped down on from the podcast. He's like, "Where's it at?" I was like, I just go over to the remote. I was like, "Oh, let me try to find it," and I found it. It's like one of the top movies on the selections.
Yeah. So favorite scene?
Favorite scene?
Oh no, we give a spoiler-free rating, right?
Yes, before I think so.
All right, so I give this movie a 2.5. I almost want to give it a 3, but it's more of a 2.5.
I would have to agree with that 2.5. I mean, I did want to generously give the 3, but where it doesn't really age well. To like today's standards, but I mean, it's still an enjoyable movie. Like if you're not big on horror, it reminded me of like a Goosebumps type of movie feel,
Yeah,
something like that.
for sure. All right. So favorite scene. So for me, my favorite scene was well, it's kind of like follow-up favorite scenes. So like, there's a scene where the Zeke, the drug dealer guy, he's going to his car, he's trying to get some drugs out of his trunk, and this one teacher comes up to him and she's like, "What do you have there? Do you got drugs?" Blah blah blah. And she's being all like super like an insecure adult woman, and he's like, "No, I don't got drugs, but I do got this." And he pulls out like condoms and he tries to give them to her. And she's like, "You're such a jerk." And then he's like, "Ah," and she runs away. And then later on, after she's infected by one of the little alien things, her attitude changes. And she comes and walks up to him and she's like, basically like, "I'm tired of your shit. Tired of you fucking thinking you're the shit." And fucking blah, blah, blah. And then and he's just like, he tries to rebuttal, but she just smashes him. Like, "Nope, you're not rebuttaling against me. Like, you need to get your little ass like in line, like, and follow the system. Get out of here. Stop with that BS, selling them drugs." I don't think she had. Well, they were trying to get the drugs away from him because I guess somehow they knew that it was their weakness before they knew it was their weakness. But yeah, that was probably my favorite scene, just because like it was just such a dramatic change, and just to see this guy get put in his place, like it was just really funny.
Um, I did. I found it interesting, weird. I don't know, kind of turned on. So what the hell's going on inside? It's one of those fantasies of teacher and student type of thing. I mean, this guy was held back a grade, so he's of legal age, but still, kind of feel that.
That
Funny,
tension.
funny scene to me was not even a favorite scene, but like whenever the buyers, the students are trying to get that drug, whatever Zeke's selling, and he gives it to him. He's like, "Here you go." They're like, "Oh, you got any more on you?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here you go. You got any more on you?" He's just trying to take all his stuff.
Yeah,
So,
it was right around the same scene that
yeah,
that
it's around the
happened.
same scene. Yeah.
But yeah, like I thought that was funny too, because it was just like, and he knew something was up, but he wasn't sure. Like you could tell because he was just like, "No, I'm out, bro," and he could tell he had 2 more in his pocket still. But like he knew something was off already. Um, yeah,
There's some interesting scenes as like I don't know. I want to go far too deep into the movie. um, but even like I'll just go with the opening scene was whenever you see the actor, I forget his name, but the guy who plays the T-1000 in Terminator movies, the bad guy.
oh, the coach.
Yeah, the coach. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, as soon as the movie started, I was like, oh yeah, this is like one of my favorite characters. I don't even care if he's a bad guy or not. Just that chase down the hallway and everything.
yeah, yeah,
Before finding out about that was about aliens, I was like, oh, huh. I mean, this movie could be about a cult, but then when you find out it's about aliens, I was like, maybe the cult was like written in the faculty, it's like faculty, but that theory
yeah.
is already
Like
just
Like if you didn't know about the movie beforehand,
That's
yeah,
what
I
it
can
seemed
kind
like
of
it was.
see. I can kind of see like maybe some kind of, yeah, like weird cult thing going on. But at the same time, like right in the very beginning, like I think it's right in the very beginning. You know, he's out in the football field and you can see a shadow of someone like next to him. And he's like, "Can I help you?" And then like basically the scene goes away, and then the next scene is him inside the faculty trying to talk to that teacher that they end up murdering. And it was just like,
The
what the hell? Like that was random.
like when they're in the football field and he's just like flipping the benches. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Saying he's bringing that energy. It's like, come on, man,
yeah, for sure.
they're not paying you that much to to oversell it.
Yeah, it's just like you just gotta be a real mean dick, and
So
that's what he
yes,
did.
it's inner channeling it. Um,
Um,
that scene whenever when they are when Frodo I was gonna say Frodo, Elijah Wood, his character, when
mhm.
his parents are trying to ground him, whatever, and dad's like he's like making him try to give away because I think he knew about his porn stash, whatever he has
His
underneath his
mom knew
bed.
about his porn stash.
They take
His
that away
mom was
from
probably
him.
the one that bought the porn for him, because his
There's,
mom's like, "Don't forget about the porn," and
I
he
was
was
there.
like, "The porn?"
The porn? What is the porn?
And he picks it up like, "Oh, no more spanking that monkey tonight."
I think before they that part came up. I mean, they took away his radio. Like, oh, we're gonna take away your radio. I was like, oh, that's going too far. You're taking away his radio. How is he gonna jam now? And then they took this porn. I was like, oh, what next? The funny part of all that is he still had a computer to his in his possession that he could look up porn off of his computer.
Yeah, I thought that was like funny because like, okay, like he was trying to sneak out of the house, right? And then he had this little like machine thing that like I guess made it seem like he was typing like on his computer to make it sound like he was in his room or something. And like he sets off the machine and lets it go and then like tries to jump out the window and tries to like escape. But like we already know this kid, right? Kind of like we kind of got an idea of what type of kid this is. He's not doesn't really much have many friends or do anything. So
He's the
he's not
outsider.
sneaking out of the house that often. So then why does he have such an elaborate scheme to sneak out of his house? Like there was no way, you know, if it was Zeke, it makes sense because Zeke's the outcast
He's the
nobody
stoner
who's doing
cool
bad
kid.
shit, you know, and maybe he needs to, you know, get out of his house to go hang out with his other degenerate friends. But this guy, he has no friends. He he's just, you know, the kid that's bullied, and he has this elaborate scheme already made. Like it wasn't even like so it makes you believe that he's done this multiple times before, and you're like, well, what was he sneaking out for? Like, what was he doing? Well, why did he have such an elaborate scheme to get out of his room? Like you could tell his parents really liked him and trusted him. I mean, it seemed like they overreacted, like when they found out when you know whatever, but they believed him enough to go all the way to the school, you know, actually call the police and do all this stuff, and then, you know, so with that much trust from like a kid, like it's just like I don't know, it's strange to me. The whole little like all that whole little scene afterwards was strange to me. Like, you know, if those parents were the parents I thought he was, or they were trying to portray the parents, like the parents would have been like, honey, it's okay. Like you thought you saw something you didn't see. Like it's okay. Like just stop worrying about it. And they would have been like little slap on the hand, like go to your room. Like just go chill out, go masturbate. I bought you porn. Remember? Go masturbate. Like but they weren't. They were complete opposite. It was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Are you on drugs? Like, that's it.
You want drugs?
Taking your porn and radio, but mostly your porn. Because your mom isn't doing it anymore. I need your porn.
Sad. Took
But
away
yeah,
his stash
anyway,
to
I don't
use it
know.
for
The whole
himself.
scene was weird. So anyway, do you have
The
a least favorite scene?
at least
All right, let
what
me
are you
tell you
trying to
my least
go
favorite.
try to go from memory?
Well, one of my least favorite scenes is like you were saying before, like how well the movie aged. Like you're going through and you're getting the intro of all the characters, and literally words are popping up on the screen. Like Casey gets pushed to the ground, and it's like Casey, and then like other guy like falls, or Stokely comes in. Good, watch where you're going, watch where you're going, Casey. Stokely, and
It's
then
like a 90s sitcom.
yeah, like it's and then there's like a slight pause, as the names pop up, and then it like goes and keeps continuing, and it's like Z,
Yes.
Todd, or Stan, and then it was just like, hi, I'm Matt. What's her name?
It's all the
Fucking.
music in the
Hi, I'm
background
Mary
too.
Beth Lewis Hutchinson, and then like it just says Mary Beth, but I was like, dude, what would have made this perfect is if it said Mary Beth Lewis Hutchinson, like her that whole thing, because she says her whole name. Like, why wouldn't you put her whole name if she introduces herself as her whole? Like, that would have been hilarious. I don't
It's
know.
all
I
the
don't know
bad,
if they just weren't really focused on the funniness, but that would have been so funny.
all
That would have gave me extra points. I would have been like, dude, that was fucking good on them.
the name's too long. The bad guy Nick Cage stage silent just pops up. It's like
Exactly. And then it's just a
introduce.
freeze frame.
It's all.
I don't know. I just thought it was super cheesy. Like it didn't. Like I said, like it was something that was usual for those types of movies back in the late '90s, or mid '90s. That was like usual tactics they used, and that just didn't age well in movies at all. At least to me personally, they didn't. It kind of reminds you of like what you said, like some kind of sitcom or something. Yeah, like the beginning of a sitcom. Like now introducing, like kind of like our beginning of our thing, our intro, except ours was a lot cooler.
We're gonna have to edit that intro now. Sad.
But yeah, that was one of the things I really didn't like. And then it was just like there were some scenes like that were purposely done to like do like scare jumps, like there was a specific scene where I don't know exactly I don't remember the exact scene, but two of the characters are talking. I think it's Stokely and Elijah Wood, and then that teacher that murders the other teacher in the very beginning of the movie, she like pops up in the background, and it just like does like a quick zoom in and out, and just makes like a like kind of sound, like to make it like seem scary. She's like, what are y'all kids doing? Nothing. Blah 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 blah. And then like I was like, there's nothing scary about that, but they tried to make it like a jump scare scene, and it was just like they did that on a couple of scenes in that movie, and it was like it was weird to me. Like they were trying really hard to make it into a horror movie, but they were trying too hard because there were scenes that really just weren't it, I guess.
I guess
My biggest beef is the production and how they edited things. That's pretty much it.
I don't think there was really a scene that was like disliked. It was just more of the idea of how easy it was to get things back to normal. Initially, all I had to do was kill the main queen alien, and everything would return back to normal. In a sense, it's like so in this, I mean, you don't really have to kill off any other person. So like when Jon Stewart's part where he gets stabbed in the eye, it makes it seem like he's dead, but he's not dead because he comes back in the end of the movie. Also, the teacher that's going around talking
Does
with
he come
Zeke,
back at the end of the movie?
he comes back at the end, but he has like an eye patch on his face.
Oh,
I saw, I was like, oh, okay. I guess there's like an alien. I don't know.
You know what I noticed
Explain
that
it.
I didn't really think about until recently? Was that you remember that old guy in the very beginning of the movie, the old teacher, who like was drinking the whiskey flask and shit like that in the break room and things? I think he was in the room whenever they killed the nurse. I think it was him and the other lady that killed the nurse. Oh no, it was the coach. It was the coach. I'm just kidding. It was the coach and the other lady that killed the nurse. But anyway, that guy definitely becomes an alien, or possessed. or whatever you want to call it, a host. But you never see him again. I kind of like that guy. I really wish there was some kind of fight scene with that guy.
I fight some other guy just couldn't afford him. His contract went up.
Right? They're just
It's too
like,
big of a
sorry.
cameo.
Exactly.
So we already have all these new up and comers. We don't need to spend any more money.
Right.
I don't know. They're trying to save some money for that production though.
I'm not saying it's my least favorite scene, but it is kind of a weird scene. But at the very end of the movie, when everything goes back to normal, that teacher that doesn't like Zeke, that calls him out later, like standing in the stands and obviously staring at Zeke, who's a football player now, and he's like, and it's just like pushing that teacher-student sleeping together agenda, or the teacher has a crush on the student. It was
There's just so
really,
much sexual
really
tension
weird.
going on between them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Those are pretty much all. It's an old movie, like you said. It just didn't age well. Like, you can watch it, and it's not a bad movie at all. Like, it's actually pretty entertaining to watch. That's why I gave it a 2.5, because 3 is our average, but to me, it was still like, it wasn't a movie that I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I want to go back and watch it again. But it's definitely, 2.5 isn't bad. That's like I'll watch it one time through, and it was okay. It wasn't like a terrible movie, but it wasn't like a movie I'll go. To me, 3 would be a movie that's average enough to be like, yeah, I'll watch that again if, on my own time, because I think it's an entertaining movie. Obviously a 1's like, dude, I really don't want to watch this movie again. A 2 is more of like, yeah, I'll watch it if my friends want to watch it, I guess. 3 is like, I'll watch it on my own time. 4 is like, dang, it's a pretty solid movie. Like, I want to watch it. And 5 is like, dude, it's
Dude.
Scott Pilgrim.
It's like 5 would be like I reference it, like it's like a curse, the curse tape in the ring, like not it's like it's a weird comparison, but like that's how bad you want to show someone. They try to put the curse onto them, make them to watch the movie. Like that's how invested you are in this film, whatever.
Right?
Recommendation.
Like, 4 is like, man, I really like this movie, and 5 is like, dude, everyone needs to see this movie. I don't know why you haven't seen it yet. Like, what the hell is your problem?
You got time down for sure.
Exactly. Did the new Mortal Kombat movie come out today?
That what comes out to Friday.
Oh, Friday.
I don't know when this audio file is gonna be uploaded.
Why did Godzilla versus King Kong get released on a Wednesday, but this one get released on a Friday? I don't get it.
Was it on a Wednesday? I don't remember.
It was on a Wednesday. I watched it.
You watched it. What'd you give that boy?
Huh?
What'd you give that boy rating wise?
I would give it a 3.5. I'd watch it again. It was pretty good graphics and everything. 3
for the majority of the main fight scenes. CGI was pretty good. I think everyone's problem was with they showed too much human scenes, and it's like whack.
Too much King Kong getting his ass handed to him.
Hey, King Kong throwing some punches in there.
Yeah, sometimes we throw punches at God too, but he just throws them off.
Throw punches at God. But anyways, yeah, that was King Kong. That bad. Godzilla.
Call it. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, like I said, if you haven't seen it in a while, I think it's a good kind of laugh to kind of see where we've come from, like our horror movie genre to now, because we definitely have evolved in the movies since then. Even our indie movies, I think, are maybe better quality than that movie is now. But technology is getting so much better. It was 23 years ago. So, I mean, we could make a movie that quality in our backyard, I think, personally, maybe.
Our backyard.
Well, I mean, I don't even want to get too cocky, though, because, like, the scenes with the aliens and stuff and the little things, like, moving around, like, that CGI wasn't bad CGI. Like, it was actually pretty well done. I think, I don't think it was actually like, obviously it doesn't look super realistic, but I mean it looked pretty good for what it was. It was probably on par with Freddy versus Jason CGI, which not saying much, but Freddy versus Jason was like what 2003 or 4,
Around there.
maybe it was like 6.
No, that's kind of too late.
Yeah, you're right. Let's not compare those because that's only like 5 years later.
Compare.
Yeah, which is really weird too. Like, okay, another like, I don't know about plot holes, but like, so the hot chick, right?
Which
She,
one?
not Mary Beth Lewis. I don't think anyone thinks Stokely's the hot chick, but Delilah. Delilah, she like, comes back and she's like, oh, I'm incognito, I'm wearing glasses, my hair down, and
Oh, she went to nerdy.
yeah, she went all nerdy and stuff like that. But like, in the end, later on in the film, you find out, she was already taken on as a host, and I sat there and I thought about it, and I was just like, okay, her role was to infiltrate the group, but she didn't do nothing. She didn't turn no one over. She didn't. She didn't do anything.
Yeah, she
Like at
failed at
all.
that. She was trying to get her moment in the locker room scene whenever you see Mary Beth nude and everything. But she couldn't get the job done.
Well, yeah, but we already knew she was one of the people by then.
Well, by then, but I'm saying, I don't know, like as far as her even attempting to do anything, I don't know. Can't read.
Yeah, because like you find out, whenever she's in the whenever she's in the garage and they make them sniff that drug,
The
and
drug.
that was a whole nother thing. It's like, dude, like I get that the drug kills them, but it's also a drug. Do y'all really want to be fucked up right now during an alien invasion?
So this is the only way, damn it! And then Zeke's over here like, what? Did they like pass it around? I know Zeke had it, but they're like just pointing the gun, like, come on, snort it up. It's
yeah,
just a
and then
gun,
he
right?
just takes the gun away from him and points it at him, like, now you take it. And you're just like,
You take it.
this is fucking.
That would have been hilarious if they just passed around the gun all over to everyone. You take it.
All right,
Like,
now
what do
you hold the gun.
who has the gun now?
But like, I think like, that whole scene was weird to me. They all got high on drugs, and then that one chick, she ended up
Mary
sniffing
Beth.
it, right? Not Mary Beth, but Delilah.
Cool.
And then you see all her little worms start freaking out on her face, and obviously she didn't take a big huff. It was probably just a very small amount. But then she hawks her way through the front door and just like starts jogging out like.
What cracked me up is that she went running off and she managed to get a ride. I don't know if it was a taxi or some random ass person just picking her
Yeah,
up.
somebody was waiting for
It's
her
like
out
Uber
there.
or what? The ride's
Oh
here.
yeah.
It's all timed perfectly and everything.
And then and then on top of that, like they have the whole city under control. They know where they're at. Why didn't 25 of them ninjas just go and attack the garage and then infect them? Mary
They're
Beth
not
is
that
the
smart.
mother, and Delilah was infected already. Like that's 2 against what 3? There's only like 3 of them left after that. Stokely, Zeke, Stan, and Elijah Wood, Casey. But yeah, I mean, it would have been easy to overtake them.
That football game, that they're cheating. I don't know if it was made to win the game, but like they're transferring on to the other players, against the other team. Thought that was
Yeah, they
pretty
were just
hilarious.
like
Pretty cool.
knocking them the shit out. Like Usher,
Usher.
I need you to want it bad. You got it bad. When I clothesline you, you get up, but you can't get up. So I have to sing now that Manny's gone.
Manny's gone.
R.I.P. Manny.
or when they're like when the game's already over, I guess it's just like raining, it's really pouring down, and they're all just standing there in the middle of the field. I can't remember they're looking up or they're just like say, "Oh shit, it's about to go down." And that I forgot the jock's name. He goes out there. He's like, "Oh,"
Oh, Stan.
like he just goes like right in front of the coach's face. Like he's like, "This is one man against the whole team." Like what the hell? But they
Yeah,
don't
like what
show
was
him.
he gonna do? Like I didn't even, I wasn't even 100% sure what that even like that point of that scene was.
He was
Like what was he
sacrificed.
gonna do? Go fight the whole team?
He's gonna fight the whole team.
Like
He's gonna throw hands. That would have been funny if like they show the whole scene where he's just like trying to knock them all down. Like he thought he was Neo from the Matrix Reloaded, where he fights
yeah,
a bunch of the clones. But yeah,
and
they
then
don't show
like
it. They don't show him getting taken out. But when he does meet back up with the crew, he's all, "Let me in." Like, "Oh, well, why don't you take the drug, the sniffer thing?" He's like, "Come on," he's like, "Man, you can trust me. You can trust me." Like, it's like, "I'll take the damn thing already." And he's
yeah,
going like that. Like, son of a bitch.
like there was like scenes in the whole scene where everyone had to sniff the drug. Like Zeke was basically like, everyone has to do it. If you don't want to do it, I'll think that you're an alien. And then it was his turn to do it. Oh, I don't get high on my own supply,
I
bro.
don't get how I'm supply.
Like like you can't just be like, oh, y'all have to do it, but I don't. Like I don't know. I just thought it was silly. Like all of them were like, oh, I don't do that.
Imagine
And
if it
then
was that drug from 21 Jump Street.
it's a good drug.
It's,
Um,
the HFS.
let's see. Let's see. What does IMDb give? Do they give ratings on IMDb?
I don't really know. I just know they just give they,
Oh,
they
a
just have to list people's names.
6.5 out of 10. They're a lot nicer than we are,
What about Rotten Tomatoes? Like anyone cares about their ratings.
right? I don't think we've ever checked out their ratings.
The critics are calling this movie hip and scary.
It was released on Christmas Day,
Christmas Day. It's a interesting choice to put a movie out.
right? That's a weird release
I was like,
date.
what came out on Halloween? Must be intimidated by the other movie that came out.
This Christmas, can't you wait to go and see The Faculty?
The Faculty. T-1000.
T1000.
Frodo.
Fro- Frodo actually, Frodo in the little trivia thing, it talks about how it was on this set that this film that Harry J. Knowles first got wind of Peter Jackson making the Lord of the Rings into a movie. He urged Elijah Woods to go for it, even though he was looking for British actors, I guess in Perry Jackson, for the cast, but he submitted a tape anyway, and apparently became Frodo. So that was kind of. It was on this movie that he got the opportunity, basically, to be Frodo.
It was this one movie. He did the job. You fought the alien. Yeah.
You must now bear the ring.
One ring to rule them all.
I guess Elijah Woods in Sin City as well. I've never watched Sin City.
All I could think of like it was either Frodo or Wilfred.
Oh yeah. Mary Beth always introduced herself by her full name.
Mary Beth. Is that a fun fact? What?
Mary Beth says she came from Atlanta and speaks with a southern accent. In real life, Laura Harris is actually Canadian.
With an accent. I don't think she watched The Walking Dead.
Wow, 23 years does something to you.
What? She don't look the same. Let herself
I'm
go.
looking at Laura Harrison. She doesn't look like how she looked like in that movie.
You're trying to look for HD quality of that scene, the locker room scene.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for actually.
It's too shadowy.
Shadow boob.
I need more.
Need more shadow boob.
Shadow boobs.
Yeah, you know what I thought? It was funny before they even did it. I was like, man, it'd be super cool if the shadow of her, whenever she reveals herself as the mother, would be like little tentacles and stuff. And then when I finally see her go through the middle of the locker room, you see all of her shadows are tentacles. I was like, oh, that's tight. Okay, cool.
It turns to a big ass monster. Yeah, then.
Yeah. Who also dies from just one dose to the eyeball, like Jon Stewart did. Well, I guess he didn't technically die, but whatever. I felt like, you would need at least double dose, like,
It's like one little thing. And yeah, that's how easy it was to take down the main person. Um, just off of one little tiny thing. I thought Frodo was for sure gonna die, but I guess this movie, no one really dies. Like the alien little worms got inside his face. I was like, oh, that's it for him. Nope.
Yeah, they just like.
It's like, man, I'm pretty sure that thing that would hurt a lot, and his face wasn't really selling it.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I don't think it was a horrible movie. The boobs definitely make it worth it.
The booze make it worth it. I find that scene, well, the same scene where they're doing the drug thing and they do the flashback. Like, well, I didn't really take the drug. I just like they show her and then her nose like kind of closed off, her nostrils. It closed off that it isn't going. That was a pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool attention to detail. Like they didn't have to go back and show that scene. They could have just been like, "Oh, I faked it."
I faked it. I'm like, man, it looked very convincing. I guess that scene, but whatever.
And then at the same time, it's like, well, you were smart enough to fake it, but your underling wasn't. Like, she just retarded or what? Oh, yes. I can't say that anymore.
You can't say that word.
She's just dumb or what?
You're just dumb.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no fresh rant. So I feel like there's a whole section missing of our podcast now.
A fresh rant?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a Fuentes rant or a bad guy
Yeah, do a Fuentes bad guy rant. Or what? Let me
see if I could do a Fuentes rant. Let's see.
While you're looking it up, I mean, didn't you say in the beginning of this podcast series that you were a happy ending type of guy?
What?
Didn't you say you were a type of happy ending type of guy? This movie definitely had a happy ending.
Yeah, it did have a happy ending.
Everyone's all ending up together. Zeke with the teacher.
Wait, I said I wasn't a happy ending type of guy?
No, you are a type of happy ending person.
Yeah. I mean, there's a difference though. There's a difference between a happy ending and like a cheesy ending. And
that was not cheesy. It was cheesy. The nerd got the girl.
Yeah, that was cheesy as hell. Oh,
the jock got
the press are here again. Which one? Local or national? Looks like both. We got sunglasses. Cheesy. Which I guess goes to one of our other segments. Oh, we forgot about the
slogans.
The slogan, yeah. Come on, bro. We don't have Franco to tell us everything anymore.
I knew about the slogans. It's like, oh, you want to jump right into the first ones?
So the slogan for this movie was Well, I don't think it's the top part. I believe the slogan is. I mean, technically, this has two slogans. The faculty. These 6 students are about to discover their teachers really are from another planet. Or their slogan could also be what's on the bottom, which is the faculty. On December 25th, school's out forever.
Oh no.
What would you have said?
The faculty. This the school is about to be invaded by, I don't know. Trying to go somewhere clever.
The faculty.
The faculty.
Shadow Booth.
The faculty.
The faculty. You got some more?
Got some more stuff, man. The faculty.
Got some more stuff, man.
Got to push that teacher and student love relationship going on there, man. I don't know. The faculty, where aliens could be seductive. It's all shadow boobs.
Shadow Booth, yeah.
Shadow
That's
boobs.
Shadow Booth.
Shadow boobs.
The faculty. Elijah Wood is Proto.
The faculty, where shit happens, but no one gives a fuck. It's all no teachers. There's like much stuff going on. Like, what?
The faculty. Usher's in this movie?
Usher is definitely this movie. It's kind of sad that you didn't really have that many scenes in it. Just like
Right?
1 or 2 scenes. Maybe
Like
3.
even on this poster cover, Usher is on the front left of the characters, and he's not really in the movie that much.
He got baited.
Yeah, they baited us. Yeah.
Yep.
I know. Anyway, sorry. Let me go back to
Back into the rants, the reviews.
Man, I don't even know which one to read. These all are terrible. Oh God, this is like a novel.
Novel.
You know what? I'm not gonna do a Fuentes rant because I'm looking at all these 10-star reviews just to like see how many people were really like into this movie, and I'm seeing way too many 10-star reviews. So for the movie Doctor, for Jack the Ripper 1888, for Mathematic, and Dragon Eyes 363, y'all need to figure out what a good movie is, because this was not it. This is an alright movie. Not a good movie. By far the best movie ever made. I freaking love The Faculty. Like, what? By far the best movie ever made.
Did
you take the drugs that Zeke was selling, or what?
He did. He just skipped over the Blair Witch Project. No bad.
I just don't get it. I don't know. That's really weird. Anyway, all right. What else is there, Nick?
What else is there after? I guess after that the review thing.
How would you have ended it?
How would have it ended it? I feel like that was before the first round. We're gonna probably have to get rid of that first round segment, unfortunately. I just don't know what we replace with.
I try to keep it alive, guys.
You try to keep it alive.
I'm
It
not. I'm
is,
not fresh. I'm
yeah,
not fresh
slowly.
at all. I'm Fuentes. I'm close. I start with an F, but his is a PH because he got the PhD in keeping it fresh.
Keep it fresh. That's all I
Now
can do
he's
is
using
live.
that PhD somewhere else in his life.
um,
I'm just gonna
but if
sit here
you
and be sad.
well, speaking of fresh, I guess, if you want to follow his journey, follow him on TikTok. He posts plenty of TikToks. Says he has 2 accounts, but I think whatever account he has the most videos on, that's the one to do. How I would have ended the movie. I would have it where there's like no happy ending at all.
Right? Everything gets taken over.
Let's name Frodo Josh. Is that what was it? Alright, for a
Yeah,
second.
I mean, if you're gonna do it like no happy ending, they would have killed the mother still, and then everyone would have acted like they went back to normal, and then like all of a sudden you would see one of the teachers like corner one of the Elijah Wood or something, and then drop a freaking thing into his ear, and then that would have been the end of the movie.
Like after the queen dies, whatever. Um, he barely escapes out there alive. Yeah, but it's not the only one little dose that they had. Like he has like multiple ones. Like he had like this I don't even know what the hell to use. I was always trying to make it's like he's gonna come like with a gun type of thing, some device that would like start shooting a bunch of it at it, or like just like a big explosion shit. Definitely more than that window. So I'll try to come up with a clever idea how to take out that monster.
See what happens, right? Elijah Wood stabs him in the eye, right, with the thing, and it starts kind of freaking out. But really, it just kind of slows it down, but it doesn't really like stop it. And so it's trying to run away, and all of a sudden, like a flash of lightning and crap comes out, and crazy stuff happens. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger comes in. He's like, "Come with me if you want to live." And then
So
Elijah Wood jumps on his motorcycle that also assimilated out of thin air, but
or
he's
such
still
gonna be
naked.
see he's
And
reprising
then
his role as Terminator, and also he's gonna be his character in the Predator movie. So it'll be like Alien versus Predator crossover.
exactly, and then they ride out of the gym on his motorcycle, and that's the end of it.
Dun 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 dun.
To be continued in a faculty part
They
2.
just let some a cliffhanger. Uh,
Cliffhangers, bro.
I wanted to where like if I had an ending, I would want it to be where the monster dies and then Furl dies. Can't live happy ending. Or like
Mm.
most of the people that did die, they should just stay dead.
Yeah, that movie, the ending was really cheesy to me, to be honest. Like the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, dude, that's such a cheesy ending to a movie.
Like you gotta put like a twist ending, like if it was like really like I said, I was like around me like Goosebumps, R.L. Sign type of thing. Should have been,
Yeah, yeah.
and I could see the
Well, even Goosebumps had like
nerdy
twists
girl being
sometimes.
still attached to like one of the aliens, the alien host. So all
Yeah,
you thought that were gonna be a fun, it's like what it's gonna be a happy ending, lesbian couple. She's like then she kills Elijah Wood.
yeah. I don't know, man.
Something like that.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that's our review for the faculty. Any last words?
Any final last about the movie? I had
Yes.
nothing really much else to say about the movie. Just for one last scene to close it off. Yeah, the principal they thought that was the main queen, and then they killed
Yeah.
her off, and I was like, man, she died for nothing. You just killed the principal off, and it wasn't even an alien.
Yeah, they fucked her up.
I was like, why did that principal play it off so like she was like the main person?
Yeah, and there's no real way she was when you really think about it, because she's the one that gets stabbed right in the beginning of the movie.
I think I was just a regular teacher. Because I'm looking back at the scene with the principal. She is talking to like the police whenever they enter the office, and they come back. The police comes back all calm, like, yeah, there's nothing here to worry about.
Yeah, yeah. they infected the police. Um,
But yeah, overall the movie 2.5.
so I don't have it up, but I actually saw it on Pluto TV. If y'all want to check out the next movie with us before we do it, it's another old movie, but I saw it on there. And it's actually a movie that I've been wanting to review for a while, and I found it on there, so it's actually pretty dope. The next movie is gonna be my pick, and it's gonna be Urban Legend, which is
The
around that same genre
first
of
one, right? Not the sequel. It's
not the no, just the first one, the
the
Urban
first one.
Legend.
I know, like
Um,
some of the streaming, like they don't have every single first one. Like the first movies, they always have like sequels and that. So I was like, is it the first one?
yeah, the first one's on there, Urban Legend.
Cool,
They
cool.
also do have the sequel, Urban Legend Final Cut.
That's the Bloody Mary one. I think that's what.
I don't remember.
I know one of them's
Um,
called Bloody Mary.
but yeah, that movie
Urban
is
Legend.
gonna be our next review, and
Cool.
like I said, you can watch it on Pluto TV and jump in on our next one next Wednesday. Um, it's gonna alternate between 7 and 8 p.m. So we'll try to let y'all know in advance when it's gonna be. But uh, but yeah, next Wednesday we'll do another review and we will do Urban Legend.
Like we're
And
going to the
what's it?
90s,
Yeah,
the
we'll
90s
we'll stay.
films.
I want to stay in this little realm while we're here, and just kind of maybe compare another '90s movie next to another '90s movie and see how bad or better the quality is in this movie. Maybe they're all just like that, huh?
This would be the common trend. The 90s era. I like it.
For sure. All right, man. Well, that's it. That's all I got for today. I'm Mr. Fuentes. I do rap. You can check me out on Spotify at Mr. Fuentes, Apple Music, Mr. Fuentes, all your streaming stuff, Mr. Fuentes, Mr. Fuentes. Um, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Mr. Fuentes 361. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Like we said earlier in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit of getting used to with just having two hosts for this podcast. Um, but hopefully you bear with us while we work out the kinks without having Franco and Manny on here. And, I think me and Nick are going to get that synergy that's going to, make this podcast still be very presentable for y'all. So thank y'all for keeping with us and staying with us, and really appreciate y'all. Hopefully our Ireland listeners will stay on.
The Irish listeners are definitely listening. Fingers crossed. You can follow me at NickH2313 on Insta and Twitter. I currently don't have any other projects out right now, so yeah.
Oh,
From
also,
oh,
I want to give a big shout out to Cinnamon Movies. Cinnamon. You can find them at The Cinnamon, CINE-MEN Movie Podcast on Facebook. Their at is Movie Reels with a Z instead of an S, 405. I'm pretty sure that's probably their Instagram as well. But check them out. They drop new material every Monday. And they have some dope stuff on there. Franco's been really hyping them up, and so we definitely, like their stuff too. So give them a check out. Cinnamon Movie Podcast, The Cinnamon Movie Podcast, Cinnamon Movie Podcast. Sprinkle some cinnamon on that, bro.
and we talked about Godzilla and King Kong movie earlier, but they did a review on that.
Mm-hmm.
The cat making noise earlier.
They probably do the Mortal Kombat one for next
Mortal
Monday.
Kombat. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. That movie. But if you're just here for horror movie podcasts and the word of spot, if you want to watch movies like that, then the Cinnamon Movie Podcasts are the guys.
Yeah.
But
We're
thanks for
definitely just dedicated to the horror movie genre.
the horror movie
Especially
genre.
that guy, that
We can only
very bad
review
guy.
movies. Like Things Killings.
Oh man, we have to get the game back at least for Thanksgiving 3.
3, definitely. Thanks
All
for
right.
tuning in this episode. As always, remember, folks, always been the bad guy. See you next time.
Peace.